back to another process video. It's Neftali here, and today I am excited to be working with Prima products. I have the cling stamps, and I'm showing you guys a close-up here. I'm going to be showing you a close-up of actually all the supplies that I'm going to be using for this layout. I have some wood buttons. I actually forgot that I had these on my desk while I was working on the layout, so I didn't add any of those. I have the St. Tropez chipboard stickers, and this is one of their most recent collections. And this sticker sheet comes with two 6x12 sheets. And you guys can see they are beautiful. There's lots of bold blues, and they've got lots of fun elements. I've also got the ephemera pack that's got acetate shapes and paper shapes. And I'm showing you guys here that's what's included. And I will be doing a very quick showing of the supplies here, of the ephemera pieces. And these are the papers that I'm going to be using. The Free Spirit collection, the hippie paper. And I'm sorry for the blur. The back has a yellow pattern paper. The front was like a bunch of quilted squares. This one also from the Free Spirit collection. I like the blue in the back. That's the one I end up using to back my paper. And then I've got this like gray patterned paper with like flower elements. And the back is just like a green patterned paper with circles and stuff, dots. And then we also have this one here from the Free Spirit collection. I liked it. I liked the pops of pinks, yellows, and then we have this in the back, which is kind of like a mixed media pattern paper. So the papers I'm loving. I didn't actually order the St. Tropez papers. I didn't realize that I didn't order at least one or two papers from the collection because I kind of just went by colors that I wanted. I wanted to try out the ephemeras and the chipboards for the collection, but I didn't exactly look for the papers. I felt like they were just a little bit too dark for my liking, but I do want to try and order them to try them out and see how much better they'll work with the ephemera pieces. So here they are. These are the St. Tropez ephemera pieces. There's lots of fun words, and like I said, there's acetate pieces. There's also just the regular die cut pieces. There's lots of fun elements. I think my favorite elements are the anchor, the anchor you see there on the right hand side, and then the sandals that are in that center. Those are so fun. It's just a really fun collection. And I know Prima is like, I don't know, like I feel like Prima has always been a company that sells stuff, for lots of mixed media layouts. And I'm not much of a mixed media person, but this one I felt, I mean, I can't say that I've used too many Prima products to know exactly how they work with my style, but I really, really did love this collection. They also had like blue foiled chipboard pieces and ephemera pieces, so it wasn't like a gold foil, it was a blue foil, so that was pretty cool. And, it's a beach theme, but they also have flowers, they have butterflies, they have bikes. Like, it's just a whole mix of everything cute and happy. So I'm just spreading it all out for you guys to check it out here. And this is what that ephemera piece, the ephemera pack came with. So you guys can see it is filled with so much fun goodies. Then there's the balloon and a few hearts. So here are the chipboard pieces. There's some elements that are the same and some of them are a little bit different. And some of them do have a little bit of glitter on them. So I guess I was just trying to show you what I'm doing. And you guys can see there, my son is telling me what I need to do for this layout. You see his little hand. And so now I'm looking, like I said, through my photos. I don't know if I want to scrap a photo of myself or something more in the mix of like just ocean and just generally the ocean theme. Nothing too fancy. I do end up scrapping one of these photos at a later layout using some super awesome supplies, again for Emma's Paperie. So I'm bringing out doilies because you can never go wrong with doilies. I think these are one of my favorite things to use. And I try to refrain from using them. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I refrain from using them because I feel like if I could use doilies in every single one of my layouts, I would. So I try not to do it so much. I'm using the tearing technique, if we even call that a technique. I just want to look as much Prima-ish as possible within my comfort zone. So I figured using some teared up paper would make the papers kind of match up with the elements that I'm going to be using. So I'm not going to be scrapping this photo. Like I said, I'm scrapping just a plain old photo that I took of the ocean from the shore, that one right there, and it looks stunning and beautiful. I love the beautiful oceans we get here in California. Some of them are really beautiful and really clean, and when it comes to summertime, I just love heading out to the beach and relaxing and just feeling that cold breeze that you don't get when you're in the city. So here I am. Like I said, I'm leaving that teared pages, and I'm really liking how that looks. And I'm going to be backing it onto this other paper. And this one I just liked that paper because it had the mix of like sea foamy greens and blues, even though it's not necessarily from like an ocean collection, which, like I said, leaves me a little curious to see what it is I didn't get from the St. Tropez papers. But both of these collections I feel match really well. Okay, so I've layered my photos and I'm back another day. It's taken me a while to figure out exactly what I'm doing. So I'm gonna be adding a little bit of paint to my layout. I want to be able to create sort of a little mixed media look to it. So what I'm doing first is adding my gesso, and on top of the gesso I'll be adding some paint. So this is acrylic paint. I'm just going in very randomly, as you can see here, and sort of creating like a border that's going to be around my photo. I'm not really thinking about what I'm doing. I'm kind of just going in messy as it looks and leaving it as is because I just felt like it. I just felt like that's what I wanted to do. I used like a peach color and then a really pretty blue. And you guys can see there how it actually surprisingly works really well, and it makes my photo stand up even more. It makes the blues in my photo stand up way more. So I'm using my heat tool just to get this all done very quickly. And so before I paste down my photo, I decided I wanted to do a little bit of stamping with this Prima stamp set that I got. These are some Klingon stamps, and they were all kind of like geometric shapes, different kinds of triangles and hexagons and stuff. So I'm just taking this stripy triangle and going all around that center area that I painted and just stamping randomly. I wanted to do a dot, and that's the one that you see down there at the very bottom. And it didn't really work because I was trying to use the white ink, and the white ink really wasn't showing through the paint. So, like, you can see that one. But since I was using pigment ink, it kind of looked a little weird. So I kind of just tried as much as I could, but I really just didn't even like it. So you don't really see that many dots as much as you see the triangles. So I'm ready to put my photo down, and it looks like I'm going to use the doilies. I kind of thought I wasn't, but I think I did. I know I told you guys in the beginning that I was going to use the doilies, and I guess I am. Kind of doubted myself there for a second. See? Yeah, see? I remember. I kind of took them out. I was like, no, I don't remember seeing doilies there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be adding 2 clusters to accent my photo. And as you can see, you know, my layout is basically all based in the center. I'm not really going to go out to the top or the bottom of my page. It's all focused to the center, which I kind of like because your eye is brought to the horizon in the photo, so you know, not having too much to look at helps you focus on the photo. And sometimes that's really what I like focusing on more than anything. And that's mostly how I scrap, actually. You know, for the most part, my embellishing goes around the photo. I always like my photo to be the main focus, so that's what I'm doing here. And as you guys can see, this collection has so many beautiful bits and pieces, and I couldn't help myself but to literally just keep adding and adding and adding. So I'm working on my title. I took the ocean chipboard piece, and that's gonna create pretty much part of my title, and then I'm adding that ephemera piece banner that says beautiful, and I added that hello there, but I ended up taking it out, even though I kind of like it now, but I just really, I don't know, I took it out. And that's right, I almost forgot. So I'm going to be actually layering this on top of that blue polka dot paper, and I showed this paper at the beginning. Again, it's from the Free Spirit Prima collection. And I'm going to layer it on. First, I'm going to, you know, once I'm done embellishing, I'm kind of going ahead here, but giving you guys a heads up. So I'm still adding, I'm going back and forth between the chipboards and the ephemera pieces that are both the acetates and the regular cardstock ones. Like, when I say there's a lot to pick from, I really kind of just was in la la land. That's how great this was. And that's a foil piece, as you can see. I love the blue foil. That kind of really makes all these blues on my page really stand out. I love it. Also, the ocean, the title, it's foiled, so the font there is in foiling, and I'm just adding bits and pieces. This whole collection just goes so perfect with this photo, and since this photo is not necessarily of someone, I mean, it's not, obviously, but you know, since my subject on my photo isn't a person, I feel like I can just keep adding and adding and adding. It just goes with the whole theme of being there in front of the ocean and loving it. So here I am. I lost track of where my ruler was, so I had been using this chipboard piece a couple of times in a few of my layouts to just help with my tearing here. And I like it. It gives a really, really rough edge. And I'm trimming about 1/2 inch around all 4 sides of my photo, so that'll give enough space for this pretty blue paper to shine through the back. I love it. Okay, so I'm back, and I stitched around all around, and now I'm just going to go lift up a little bit around all the edges and give it a little bit of dimension. This just really makes the paper in the back pop, and I love it. I feel like it just goes so pretty and beautifully with this collection, especially the roughed edges and the little bit of tearing that I did with a little bit of paint. And here it is, guys. A little bit of close-up. This finishes off my layout. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I will link down below the Emma's Paperie blog so you guys can check out the supplies that I used. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you all in my next video. Bye-bye.